Morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Happy PJ Day. For our second virtual Spirit Week, we are spending today rocking our pajamas. Don't forget to read your favorite bedtime story to a sibling, a younger sibling, your grown-up, your pet, whoever. I will definitely be reading a story to Neville today. Of course. Maybe I'll try Luna. Luna will listen better. I just posted on Google Classroom the Mystery Doug for this week. He's no longer posting new videos, it seems, because of so many schools being out. So I went back and found one about April Fool's Day, which will be this Wednesday, and why we celebrate April Fool's Day. So it's on Google Classroom. I attached a Google form, mainly to see that you are able to access assignments and things like that. Remember, we're trying out Google Classroom. That's probably where we're going to be moving. And this is a way, this is kind of like a feeler. How's this work? Do you understand what to do? I do want you to complete it. It's not optional because I want to see that you are able to do it. Okay? All right? Oh, something exciting. My most exciting thing of this weekend, because this weekend has been like last weekend. This came in the mail. Wayside School Beneath the Cloud of Doom. I did start reading it personally. Not about a little less than halfway through. It's good. It's more of, in the other Wayside School books, they're like a chapter, and each chapter is a story. This kind of, something will happen in one chapter, and then it continues in the next. We'll get there. We have a while to go. Right, today we are on chapter 4. Dr. Pickle. I know, what a name. All right. Actually, his name was Dr. Pickle, with the accent on the second syllable. Foundations. But that wasn't why everyone called him Dr. Pickle. Dr. Pickle was a psychiatrist. He had thick eyebrows and wore tiny glasses. He had a small beard on top of his pointed chin, on the tip of his pointed chin, my bad. A psychiatrist is a doctor who doesn't cure people with sick bodies. He cures people with sick minds. Although Dr. Pickle had a pretty sick mind himself. One day a woman came into the office and said, she smoked too much and she wanted him to help her quit. I know that smoking isn't good for me, she said as she puffed on her cigarette. It's bad for my heart and it fills my lungs with gunk. And my husband won't kiss me because my breath stinks. But I can't quit. She finished her cigarette, smushed it out in the ashtray, then immediately lit another one. Have a seat, said Dr. Pickle. She sat down on the couch. Look into my eyes, said Dr. Pickle. The woman stared at his deep, penetrating eyes. Dr. Pickle held up a gold chain. At the end of the chain was a green stone that was almost transparent, but not quite. It looked like a pickle. Hence his name. Watch the pickle, he said. He gently moved the chain. The pickle went back and forth, back and forth. Back and forth. The woman's eyes went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Put down your cigarette, Dr. Pickle said in a strong but gentle voice. The woman set her cigarette in the ashtray as she continued to stare at the pickle. You are getting very sleepy, said Dr. Pickle. Your eyelids are getting heavy. The woman blinked her eyes. When I count to 3, said Dr. Pickle, you will fall into a deep sleep. 1, 2, 3. The woman's eyes closed. Does anybody know what this is called? Hypnosis. He's hypnotizing his patients. Dr. Pickle put down the pickle. Can you hear me? He asked. Yes, said the woman in a low voice from deep inside her. You will do what I say, said Dr. Pickle. I will do what you say, said the woman. I'm going to count to 5, said Dr. Pickle, and then you will wake up, and as usual, you will want to smoke a cigarette. I will want to smoke a cigarette, the woman repeated. But when you put the cigarette in your mouth, said Dr. Pickle, it will feel just like a worm, a wiggly, slimy worm, a yucky, icky worm, the woman repeated. Good, said Dr. Pickle. Now just one more thing. He rubbed his beard and smiled. Whenever your husband says the word potato, you will slap him across the face. When Fred says potato, I will slap his face. Good, said Dr. Pickle. He counted to 5. The woman woke up. So, do you think you can help me? She asked in her normal voice as she reached for a cigarette. Dr. Pickle shrugged. She put her cigarette in her mouth, then screamed as she pulled it out. She looked at the cigarette puzzled. Huh, she said, and placed it back in her mouth, then spit it out on the floor. I'm sorry, she said, a little confused. She picked up the cigarette and put it in the ashtray. That's all right, said Dr. Pickle. Sorry, Neville's here. She took out a new cigarette from her pack, but as soon as she put it in her mouth, she spit it out too. I'm sorry, she said. I don't know what's come over me. She walked out of his office, shaking her head. She dropped the pack of cigarettes in the trash. She never smoked again, so the hypnosis worked. It was interesting thing about the word potato. Whenever Fred said it, she slapped him. And he asked her why she slapped him. But she never remembered slapping him. So they get in this big fight. They call each other crazy. Then they kiss and make up, which was nice because her breath didn't stink. They never figured out that it had anything to do with the word potato. How could they? But deep down, they both must have realized it because while they usually ate lots of potatoes, they gradually ate fewer and fewer until they finally stopped eating them altogether. Dr. Pickle was a good doctor, but he kept playing those kinds of tricks on people. There was a woman who quacked like a duck whenever she saw a freight train with more than 20 cars. A freight train doesn't carry people, it carries heavy things. There was a man who took off his shoe anytime someone said parking meter. Eventually, Dr. Pickle was caught, and he was no longer allowed to practice psychiatry. So he got another job. He became a counselor in an elementary school. I wonder what school he's going to end up at. Okay, all right. So tomorrow we'll pick up with Chapter 5, A Story with a Disappointing Ending. Start thinking about what the word disappointing means. I'll be back on a little later. I'm going to talk to you about seeds. Some of the apple seeds that are in the window or in the dark have started to sprout a little bit. So we're going to look at them. We're going to take a good look at our caterpillars, see how they've changed since we last saw them. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I will see you guys a little later. Till then. Bye.